Welcome back after that short interlude of gospel music right here on Parliament Television. Remember, the Committee on Local Government Accounts is considering the report of the Auditor General on the Constituency Development Fund for the financial year ended at 31st December 2023. Right now, we take you to the committee as it expects to receive submissions from Mumba Town Council.
Council, you are welcome. This is a reappearance. Before we start our meeting, I would like to extend the immunity under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia that members of Parliament enjoy when they sit in such meetings and in the main house. That is extended to you, that whatever you say before this committee cannot be used against you in the course of law or outside this meeting. However, if you willfully choose to mislead this committee, the same Cap 12 can be used against you. I'm confident that you will give us information that is factual and verifiable. With that said, Council Secretary, I want to ask you to introduce yourself individually and give us your name and position. We are pleased to note that you have come with the former officers who were there at Mumba Council and also the contractor that we asked to appear before us. Sir, you are welcome to this. This is a mini parliament. When we sit in that manner, we are representing Madam Speaker. And the decorum of the house is replicated here. With that said, I would like to once again ask, starting with the Council Secretary, you give us your position and your name, so we shall do that individually. CS.
Good evening, Chair and Committee. My chair is my name, Council Secretary Mumba. Thank you.
Give us your full name.
Machai John is my name, Council Secretary Mumba.
That is better. Next.
Chair, I'm Hanson Kachenjera, former CS for Mumba.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Abanda Obli, Director Finance.
Thank you. Let's have this. Okay, no problem.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Jacqueline Kaumbalungu. I'm the Project Manager for Cashmore.
Okay. Next. You switch off your mic after. Yes.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Abel Samera. I'm one of the director for Cashmore Contractors and General Dealers.
Okay.
Good evening, Chair, and good evening, everyone. My name is Tabo Ngula. I'm the outgoing Director of Planning.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, members. My name is Pumulo Mumbona, Senior Internal Auditor.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Innocent Chira, Director Engineering.
Thank you. Those that side, you can use the mic, that side, where our officer from commission is.
Evening, Chair. I'm Severian Muson Banda, internal audit.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is Arabel Mwanza, former Senior Procurement Officer for Mumbwa.
Chair, good evening, and good evening to everyone else. My name is Chilufsha Mkuka, the former Director of Works, Mumbwa.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, honorable members, and good evening, everyone. Kwivisa Mwanambu is my name. I'm the council advocate for Mumbwa Town Council. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is George Kasonde, Assistant Procurement Officer for Mumbwa Town Council.
Thank you. Permitted witness.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Chair. Good evening, honorable members and everyone. My name is Siame Devi, Director of Audits. I'm representing the Auditor General. Chair, I will ask my colleagues to introduce themselves. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. My name is Medrin Mumba, Central Province Principal Auditor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Lovinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, CS and your team. My name is Mumbasaka from the Ministry of Finance and National Planning, Office of Accountant General. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair, and good evening, honorable members of Parliament. Mumbwa, good evening. My name is Jeffan Siame, coming from the Office of Control of Internal Audit, Ministry of Finance. Thank you.
Chairperson, good evening to you and the honorable members of your committee. Mumbwa Town Council, you are welcome to your reappearance. Kazinga Kennedy, permanent witness from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. I submit, Chair.
Thank you. Commission.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is Cecilia Lupenga Malunga. I'm Chief Human Resource Officer, Local Government Service Commission.
Thank you. Clerk's Office.
Thank you so much, Chair. Much obliged. Our witness, good evening. I am Chidimboy Elijah from the Office of the Clerk, and you are welcome. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Member for Kaumbwe.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Mumbwa, and welcome to your Committee on Local Government Accounts. I'm Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petauke district of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Dundomwezi.
Chair, I'm grateful. Good evening, Mumbwa Town Council. I'm Honorable Dr. Singombe, representing the people of Dundomwezi in Kalama Southern Province. Thank you.
Mfumbwe.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elliot Kamondo. I'm Member of Parliament for Mfumbwe constituency.
Mitete.
Much obliged, Chair. Mumbwa, good evening. Mutelo Mishek, your real humble favor from Mitete. Chair, once more again, let Mumbwa be calm. Thank you, Chair.
We really thank you, humble servant, and we miss your physical presence, and we are aware that you have been following these sessions. And my name is we shall allow our brothers who have just joined us to settle down. We shall ask you to make introductions. Sir, you can go there to introduce yourself. Yes.
My name is Champo Webi from Cashmore Contractors and General Dealers.
Thank you. You switch on your mic, they will help you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chewe Sofa from Cashmore Contractors.
Thank you very much. You can switch it off. Yeah. My name is Mishek Mutetwa Nyambose. I represent the wonderful people of Chasefu constituency in eastern part of Zambia, and I am privileged to chair this committee. With that said, I would like to direct the council secretary, and I want to appeal for the attention of everyone here. We are running late, so I want the attention of everyone. Once you are called upon to give a response, you should be following the instructions. We are going to deal with the specifics. We have read through your report. We want you to deal with the issue of boreholes as it is coming on top. Then the issue of bursaries. Then we shall go to page 6, page 7, and page 12. Appendices on page 17, 22, 23, and 26, in that order. So we can start with the issue of boreholes that has made Kashimo to appear before this committee. Council Secretary.
I will seek your guidance. I don't know that I redo the presentation.
The pages, page 6, page 7, page 12. But we start with the issue of boreholes. The issue of boreholes is sitting as number 1 in your report, isn't it? It is the addendum in page 4. Incomplete installation of boreholes 2023. Are you there, CS? When I read this one. When I read the other main document, which I read, again it talks about boreholes. So I don't think you have challenges. Let's deal with the issue of boreholes. It's number 1 in your report.
Yes, Chair.
Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
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 Okay.
So, Chair, we have also done an addendum.
This is the one.
Yes.
Okay.
Addendum, Chair, I'll go to page 4.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, so Chair, the cause of query is as appearing on Appendix 1 of my addendum, and the action taken, Chair, is also as appearing at Appendix 2 of the addendum.
We want you to read, for the viewers and listeners, we want you to read what is it about boreholes. You have written something. Yes, I thought you prepared yourself before coming. Read the main report, this one. I was just reading this one. Incomplete installation of boreholes 2023. You go to the cause of query. Management response.
Council would like to acknowledge the auditor's findings and state that the cause of query was a result of a compound of unfavorable factors, which included untimely approval of contract documents by Attorney General's office, the rainy season, discontinued the office of the principal officer, and responsiveness of the contractor for expedience execution of the few pending contractual work.
Sorry, as a matter of guidance, we have the contractor here who may not be privy of the report and the query. I'll ask you, for this purpose, I want you to read the full report of boreholes.
Thank you, Chair.
You can read the addendum. What did you prefer?
Let me read what is in the addendum, Chair, as guided. Thank you. Incomplete installation of boreholes 2023. On 22nd December 2023, the Council engaged Kashmir Contractors and General Dealers Limited to drill 14 boreholes with India Mark II hand pumps at a contract sum of 634,180 with a completion period of 6 weeks. The project sites were in Mumba, Shimbiji, Kalwanyembe, wards of Mumba Central constituency under the 2023 CDF funds. The scope of works included siting, drilling, pump testing, superstructure construction, hand pump installation, and civil works. As at 31st December 2023, amounts totaling to 464,106 had been paid to the contractor, leaving a balance of 171,074. A review of the progress reports and the physical inspection of the projects carried out on 30th May 2024 revealed the following. Siting and drilling of 14 boreholes had been completed. Installation of 8 hand pumps were completed, leaving 6 outstanding. Completed number 8 of civil works, leaving 6 outstanding. A physical inspection of the borehole sunk in Mainza village conducted in August 2024 revealed that the hand pump installation and civil works had not been done at the time of audit. In response to the management letter of dated 23rd August 2024, management stated that the contractor had been unresponsive and the contractor had been recommended for termination. See picture below. Council would like to acknowledge the Auditor General's findings and state that the cause of query was as a result of a compound of unfavorable factors, which included untimely approval of the contract documents by Attorney General's office, the rainy season, discontinuity in the office of the principal officer, and irresponsiveness of the contractor for expedient execution of the fewer pending contractual works. I've attached there's an addendum that is attached there. See addendum attached. Appendix 1 for reference. Request letter for contract document approval, and response letter for compensatory, even local government service commission organization letters on principal officers. Action taken. The Council, upon appreciating the effort of the rains on terrains during the subsisting period of the contract, granted a compensatory period to the contractor for completion of the remaining works situate in the problematic passage zones of Kalwanyembe and Mumba wards. Unfortunately, upon the elapsing of the extended period of the pumps and civil works, which includes aprons, drains, and soakaways, were not done to the other 5 boreholes, and Council was moved to engage a contractor through write-ups and interaction by auxiliary communication means, which yielded no progress, and eventually the office of the principal officer was reorganized by the employer at the critical time of exploring possible remedies under the contract for reinforcement of completion of works. However, the Council still persevered to settle the issue upon regain of continuity of responsible officer, and the works are complete. Amended Appendix 2, Chair. There's a letter of compensatory event, ultimate letter to contractor, ledgers, payment vouchers, and pictures of completed 5 boreholes. Remedial measure. The Council would endeavor to improve on contractual management by pleading for staff retention and speedy contractual approval processes, continuous training, timely inspection and monitoring, call for contractual ethical observation, conducting contractual review meetings and site meetings to ensure timely advice delivery, and site meeting to ensure timely service delivery and facilitate for undertaking of contractual adversary measures timely. Secondary school and skills bursary.
We first have to deal with this.
Thank you, Chair.
Because the next query has nothing to do with Kashmo.
Most obliged, Chair.
So we have to look at the issue of Kashmo and what led them to abandon the works. Honorable members, Honorable member for Dundumwezi.
Chair, I'm very grateful, and thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to ask a question. I really wanted to find out from the local authority whether they have information as to why the contractor abandoned these other boreholes that were not done. What could have led to that?
Council Secretary.
Maybe I'll request my predecessor to come in.
Chair, there was no clear reasons on the abandonment at the time when I was leaving the station from the contractor, because we made communication for him to show cause and substantiate, but before we could receive that, before we could proceed, there was nothing tangible and written as a response to the reasons at that stage.
May we see your letter of complaint to Kashmo? Is appendix what? Appendix 1. It's dated May 28, 2024. The contract was signed on December 22nd, 2023 for a period of 6 weeks. And as at 31st December 2023, amounts totaling 463,106 had been paid to Kashmo, leaving a balance of 171 for the 14 boreholes. A physical inspection of projects carried out on 30th May 2024 revealed that only 8 were done, 6 were not done. Now, the council was compelled to write to Kashmo on the 28th May before being audited. A letter signed by Innocent Chirwa. Do we have Innocent Chirwa here? Yes. You are the Director of Works? Thank you. According to the submission from the former Council Secretary, Mr. Kachenjera, he says there was no response from Kashmo. The question I may pose to Kashmo, did you see the letter? Yes?
Sorry? We didn't receive any letter. There was no communication.
We want you to be specific. I have asked the question.
All right.
You didn't receive any letter.
We didn't receive any letter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Dundumwezi.
Chair, thank you very much. I was just trying to avoid asking him direct. Now that we have opened us to ask, Director, you had a contract that was duly signed between your company, Kashmo, and the local authority. Which contract had conditions? Which conditions you people agreed that you are going to drill these boreholes within that specified period? Are you in a position to tell this committee why you did not perform within the agreed period? Thank you.
Addition?
Yeah. I'm not asking Cashmore. First of all, we should do, I feel like my colleague has asked me, I has asked Dr. Cashmore. The time when we were interrogating Mumbwa, we had asked the question. According to the auditors, they said they had paid him 463,106. And I remember very well, I quoted here. This 443,000, in comparison to the works that Cashmore did, do they compensate to the works that Cashmore did, or still more, Cashmore was owing Mumbwa Council some works undone? That's the question I had asked first earlier on. Maybe to Mumbwa Council, then from there maybe Cashmore now can also answer. First of all, Mumbwa, do you think that this amount which you paid Cashmore was according to the works that Cashmore did?
Thank you. Thank you. Your mic. In short, you should refer to us if there were IPCs that were there. Before that, I want to confirm so that we are moving at the same page. I want to ask Cashmore, did you receive this amount?
Yes, Chair, we received the 463.
Thank you very much. We shall come back to that. Now, addition to what the Honorable has asked.
Yes, so the contract was signed on 22nd December 2023. And 9 days later, which is on 31st December, they received, Cashmore received 75% of the contract sum, which is 463,106. This is over a contract that was supposed to run for 1 month and 2 weeks, which is 6 weeks. So, answer as to whether this amount was commensurate to the works done, or was it advance payment, or what was it? Because in 9 days, how could Cashmore do more than 10 boreholes, looking at the price per borehole?
Simplified, you received that amount, 75% of the total contract sum of the weeks. Within 9 days, you were paid this money. Was it advance, or it was for the works executed?
Thank you, Chair. We didn't get any advance. We only used our own money, our own resource. We did the works, we drilled 14 boreholes, and then we equipped 9, 100%.
You should be moving with us.
Okay.
As we are not aware what happened.
Okay.
We asked you a question earlier. Did you receive the money?
Yes.
You said yes.
Yes.
Did you receive the money 9 days after signing the contract, as it is stated here?
The contract, the way it is, maybe let me just bring you back. The way it is, we risked ourselves. We used the offer letter because it was rain season. It took time. When you see the contract, the award was done in February. And then we signed the contract in the offer letter. It was somewhere in September. Then in September, as we used the offer letter to make sure, because of the rain season, so we had to speed up the work. Before the time we assigned the contract, by then we managed to do the work. We did about 9 boreholes, 100%. Then by then 14 boreholes were drilled.
We are at a loss This committee relies on evidence. What we are reading, Kashmo,
Yes.
is on this report as established by our auditors. So the other information you are bringing is quite alien to us. According to us, you signed a contract December 23rd. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it's our starting point. As what you signed was the official contract on 23rd December 2023. And 9 days after, you were paid 463,106. Just 9 days. According to this report that is with us. This is the official. So what you are telling this committee is quite strange. We are not privy to that. And for us, we are asking confirmation. You got the money 9 days. What works took place within those 9 days to warrant over 400,000 kwacha paid to Kashmo? That's why we are asking those officers there. Which is 75% of the contract. Before, to us, when you look at this, what were the works which were done to warrant the officers to pay this? Can we see the director engineering at that time? Where is the
Chair is present.
Director? Where are you? Director, come where there's a mic. They don't have a mic there. Next to, yes. Here, next to, oh, there's someone here. You can come here. No, let him come here. Yes. Director, what works did you certify to warrant a payment of 75% to Kashmo within 9 days?
Thank you, Chair. As at the time of the certifications, the contractor had drilled all the 14 boreholes
within 9 days
and equipped the 8. If I remember correctly, the contractor had 2 teams on site. They had the first team, which was with the rig drilling, then the other team was doing equipping. Thank you, Chair.
So would you show us any document to indicate your certification? What did you do when such works are done? What evidence do you show this committee?
According to the addendum, I don't know how to refer to the page number. So maybe immediately after they signed the page 5, then I'll count from there the pages to go to the exact page that I'm looking for. Chair, that is the 17th page from the signed page of the report.
Of the addendum?
Yes.
As we are looking for that date, when was the actual date that Kashmo was paid?
Chair, according to your question, the voucher for Cashmore was done on 5th January 2024.
The 463,106 was paid in January.
Yes, Chair.
So the page, can you go to his report? We see I've seen the payment, but I want to see the evidence of him certifying what works were done. After this? Okay. Yes? Your mic, use your mic.
This is the IPC, but this is just a cover page to certify the 463. But we need to check the details in terms of what works were done. So yeah, I'm sure you have a soft copy of the BOQ items that were used to certify this amount. You do justice to give us that.
Director, is that the standard? In an IPC, you have to get the works done.
Yes, Chair. So,
can you help us?
As Honorable Dr. Aaron Banda has mentioned, Mwanza, apologies, Honorable. The attached is a cover page which shows the summaries. Then on the second page is, after that, is a summary of bill number 1. There it indicates, when you see item number 1.1, it indicates the number of equipping of the boreholes.
It's incomplete.
But yes, there should have been a bill where we indicate the number of drilled items. And I think that information should be available somewhere.
Help us, Director. We want to establish what happened. Because if you look at the works that remained to be done on this particular project, the works look substantial. There were remaining how many boreholes? 6 out of 14, isn't it?
Yes, Chair.
Yeah, 6 boreholes, and other works were also outstanding. Then, of particular interest is how the council decided to use force account to finish the works before the contract with Cashmore was terminated. So we want to move with you first to establish the basis of you paying 463,000 kwacha, and the details of the works done to warrant the 463,000 kwacha. The moment you show us the details, we shall erase those suspicions. And that's why you have come as a big team. And anyone who has information,
Just
the
give
director
us-
may
just give us now.
give us that
I'm sure you
information.
have it on soft copy.
Even in soft copy form.
So that you don't go and edit it to do
Okay,
so.
Before, yes.
Even
Just
you-
hold on. Director, as you are still looking for that information, we shall need it for us to move to next stage. We allow a comment from Cashmore.
Yes, please. I've just noted on the page 4. Yes, please. It talks about which paragraph is action taken. Maybe the second sentence. Unfortunately, upon the elapsing of the extended period, the pumps and civil works, which includes aprons, drains, and soakaways, were not done to the other 5 boreholes, and council was moved to engage contractors. I don't know where the 6 is coming from, because if you go to the addendum, Appendix 2, it also talks about 5 uncompleted boreholes. I just wanted to correct that one.
Dr. Mwanza?
I think let's not go there. Let us first of all establish this 463,000 kwacha to warrant this amount in terms of the certified works.
Okay.
We'll be able to see from the certificate
what was
to know how much work was remaining.
Okay, I just wanted that
Yes,
correction of 6
exactly.
No,
outstanding when the report
we shall do justice to this.
Okay, thanks.
Kashmo, when you speak, you switch off your mic until I tell you to. Just hold before you come in. When is it a standard that you, as a contractor, you get a copy of the IPC?
Yes.
Where is your copy?
I've not seen one, and I've been requesting for that one. And
How did you claim?
There's a letter that was requested. That was just requesting for payment. It didn't even stipulate the amount. But in professional practice, the project manager has the responsibility to use their discretion to do evaluation and pay the contractor. Because these are progress payments. These are progress payments. Should the contractor be overpaid? That's why we have final accounts where you now do the...
No, don't worry. We shall come to that.
Yes. So I'm just trying to verify that point.
No, you'll be happy the way we are going to interrogate it, because you, as a contractor, you're supposed to make a claim.
Yes, please.
What is the basis of your claim? Can we see that letter that you wrote?
Yes, it's page...
Your mic should be off after contribution. As we look for that letter, Honorable Kamondo.
We asked actually a question which was emphasized by Dr. Mwanza. And this query is about this amount of money. So the question which we asked actually should have been answered by Mumbwa Council as well. Whether the 463 was equivalent to the works that they had done. They should first confirm whether they are satisfied that yes, indeed the works that were done were equivalent to this, but we have not heard them actually comment on that one.
Do we have audit? The one who was there during the time, the one who audited this transaction. What documents did you see to pass this 463,000?
Thank you, Chair.
Pull closer. The mic is a flexible mic.
Thank you, Chair. Though the payment was signed by my assistant, but I'm sure the payment was fully supported by the IPC.
How do you assume?
For her to sign, I'm sure she checked it through.
So what is your coming here? You have come to do what? Council Secretary, how do you did you invite him?
Chair, I think the reason there was those colleagues that were there that time that could help with information. That's how it comes.
Your mic should be off, sir. You coming from Mumbwa, the people who are there, the people who were actually connected to this transaction, you didn't assess that. Now he's coming to tell this committee, we are not joking here. These are serious public resources. There must be a request from the contractor. Where is that request? And that request, you have to go and verify the payment, whether it is commensurate to the works that have been done. That's what we are trying to establish here. Engineer, you have established the information.
Yes. Find the IPC that was used. I'm just sending it to the DF, who is supposed to send it to the clerk.
Okay.
Yes.
We had the contractor use his own money in September before the contract. What is the story about this contract? Director of Finance.
Yes, Chair. I'd like to say something on the amount which was paid to the contractor. Chair, according to the engineering directorate, they assessed the works and they certified the amount of works which were done. And even us, when processing the payment, we had to look at the progress reports and the IPCs. Which
we are not refusing, but it hasn't reached us yet. You have something there which you are talking about. How do we argue with you? How do we question you? Have you sent it to us?
No, I haven't yet. I'm relying on the information which is here.
The IPC is there.
The payment. Yes,
they have told you that's a cover. The IPC has the cover, the summary. Now we want to know the detail of the works to amount to paying 463,000 in 9 days. What works were done? Is it clear? Maybe I repeat myself. DF, switch off the mic, I repeat. 75% was paid to Cashmore, which is quite strange. 9 days after the contract period. We are not disputing that. As long as Cashmore did the works amounting to 75% within 9 days, you have to pay. Even 100%, if they did the works, you pay. Now we want to establish, why did Cashmore abandon the work later, which the council now took up? So can you send to the, so that we establish, we move with you. Honorable Kamondo.
Just to remind them, the course of query maybe, in case they forgot it, how they responded to, management actually responded. The council would like to acknowledge the Auditor General's finding and state that the course of query was as a result of failure by the contractor who abandoned the project in spite a reminder notice being written to him to complete all the outstanding works. I just wanted to support what you are saying.
Director, Finance, is it Finance?
That's what came from there.
Read the query yourself to appreciate.
Yes.
It's coming from you.
I read the whole query.
Did you understand?
Yes, Chair, I understood the query.
Yes, this is where we want to establish. How did you pay? Why did you pay? And why did Kashmo abandon the work? Honorable Member for Dunwez.
Chair, sorry, I had asked that question earlier on. And I think, for me, we need to ask the company why they abandoned. If you heard the council chairperson, former council president, he indicated that he doesn't know. So this is why I asked them to say, why did they abandon the project? Because there was a contract.
Kashmo, why did you abandon the project? Maybe we can pick it up from...
Thank you, Chair. As a company, we never abandoned the project. There was a communication on, if you check, there's a letter where we communicated to say, we have drilled 14. Then we have equipped, actually we equipped 9, like the way I indicated, using our own resources. So we communicated, say, no, please, there is too much rain season. These 5, we cannot drill. The roads are not passable. So there is a communication in our
How
letter.
many boreholes were there?
We drilled, there were 14.
You drilled the 14?
We drilled 14.
5 were remaining?
5 were remaining. There is
how many boreholes in total?
It's 14, sorry, Chair.
Now you drilled 14, again 5 remaining?
No, sorry. It was 14. We drilled all the 14. Then equipping, where you equip with using the apron, we did 9. 100% it's 9. Then the 5 we only just drilled because we couldn't equip because of the roads where those sites were. We couldn't pass.
So can you show us the data, your correspondence indicating that? Appendix what?
This one.
Is the data dated 18th of January?
It's the letter dated 18th of January.
Council, help us. These may not know what the appendix. Which appendix, Council? Yes, yes.
Chair, the director is saying they drilled all the 14 and equipped the 9. And because I think he's saying that there was rain, so they couldn't. Which is heavier? A drilling machine or just a truck carrying the... I'm looking for a better term. Maybe the truck carrying the equipment, or maybe the Mark II. So which is heavier, the rig and the truck that was carrying the pieces to go and equip those boreholes? How did you fail to equip the 5 with if you went there with the rig to go and drill?
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. There are some streams, like if you go in Kaindu ward, where whether with the excanter, which you don't have anything, you can't pass. So it was heavy raining there in Mumbwa.
In 2023?
Yes. That was the...
2023?
2024.
Or 2024?
Yes, for 2024. So we couldn't manage to say, okay, we have given you the letter, we'll come back.
Now, I want to learn also, just when you are on the floor, this contract had a life of 6 weeks. Which period was this? Because December 2023, 6 weeks was to be in January, February, somewhere there. Yes, it was raining. Now, from this period, the time the council was being audited, you were not there. The rains continued up to August. Why did you fail to do the boreholes from February or from April, May, June, July up to August, these boreholes, these 9 places were still raining?
Sorry, I've tried to go through this project, this whole scenario, and as you can see here, we're not here to excuse ourselves from defaulting on certain things, but to look at the merits of this project. And if you look at the genesis of this project, when it was tendered, when it was awarded, and the inconveniences that came after they had drilled the boreholes due to impassable thing, it became a cash flow problem, I think, afterwards, to go back and do the equipping of those 5. That was the major cause.
Yeah, we want to pick it from there. Very good. Switch off your mic. Now, you were talking about the cash flow. Now, what were the financial closures? At that time, you were paid 463,000. That you realized that it was not profitable to go back and do that. That's why we want to establish the detail of that IPC, whether you had fulfilled your part, the scope, and the money that you got, or there was an issue that you were overpaid. That's why I want those details. Now you are disclosing that even up to August, you couldn't go back. But earlier on, you are saying that, switch on, off. You are saying that this contract, you had not abandoned it. But now you are coming out to open the Pandora's box that there were issues with cash flow to go back, whether the rains had subsided. This is why we are here. We are sitting this because we felt that we should establish what happened. Why? One, we have not accepted the payment in 9 days that you can do all those works that you are talking about. It's strange. If you did that, he was saying you had 2 teams. Establish that to us. Why were you favored to be paid? Because why we pay the IPCs is because of the same. Now, you abandoning the project, they were supposed to be liquidated damages to the same. Why did the council not slap you with the liquidated damages? Those come when you establish your part, whether you have done so much on what, and why you have abandoned site. Why did the council neglect to do their duty? So, council, director, tell us more detail besides the details that you have established there. Dr. Mwanza is establishing. Did you charge liquidated damages?
Thank you, Chair. As you rightly mentioned, the contract was supposed to elapse early February, and unfortunately, as at that time, I had already left. So midway through the execution, I was transferred out. Thank you.
Who took over from you?
The current director, Chair.
Director.
Yes, Chair. Yeah, the letters were written to Kashmo to extend...
Letters or letter?
A letter was written to Kashmo extending the contract to 8th April, which was supposed to be the final completion.
Where is that letter?
It's in the addendum, Chair. The one we're reading. There should be the letter there that was granted to him.
The first letter was written, they never saw it. Where you complained. Which one came first? So this one to extend, Kashimo saw it. They received.
Chair, with your permission.
Yes, Honorable Member for omitted.
I'm sorry, but seeking your indulgence. I'm a bit taken aback or lost. The company is saying they used the offer letter to finance the project. but as I'm following, they got paid within 90 days. So were they using the offer letter to finance the project themselves, or they were paid as evidenced in the documents?
CS.
Thank you.
Former CS Kachenjera.
Yes, Chair. I can just supply further information to this transaction. Chair, the contract was effected in December, as you saw. Then what is referring to as offer is followed by acceptance, which makes the contract bound. When the document has gone under refinement, you do now a ceremony to sign the contract. Because the offer, it's the starting point, then acceptance follow, meaning a contract gets bind. And I'm sure that's the guidance procurement gave during that year to expedite projects quicker. So that commenced. Now the contract came to be signed then. And then, Chair, if you follow the claim for the contract, the borehole was around 45,000. And what is being reported, it's amount for something. If you look at the 900 that were done, were complete and certified. And if we multiply that by 9 to make complete projects done, it will give us...
were done?
Yes, it will give us... 9, yes. It will give us the figure, Chair, of what went on towards completed boreholes. Now, these boreholes were drilled, meaning the rig machine had gone there, hammered, because the whole idea was Mumbwa terrain is terrible. Mumbwa terrain, things have to be done quickly. And that's why we were looking at a contractor who was credible enough to do the work at the right time. That work was done, and 9 months is justified, because if these amounts...
9 months?
I mean 9 days. That was done. It's justified because the works that were there, the auditor never picked an issue on any underpayment. What they picked is failure to complete. So the major issue that we have, it's the completion of these boreholes. And we made the efforts as the council now to say, we are extending your contract to April. When we reached April, we had conversations. There were serious stakeholders who are members of parliament in Shwang and who were, in Mumbwa, who were very concerned about this issue and keen. We could call him, and all of us, we could speak, including the leadership of chairperson. So we agreed that he was going to install. But then we felt we can't leave it like this. Let us write a letter demanding why these things are not being done. And that's a letter you are seeing, dated 28th May, asking the contractor to give us reasons, substantiate why that delay now has gone. Meanwhile, we were drinking water on the 9 bores. They were complete and no problem. Now the unfinished hand pumps and the like, that's what amounted to an issue, which even us, we have been interested at the time we were leaving the council. So, Chair, we felt the questions that is so objective, it's to ask the contractor possibly to substantiate why he decided to leave without coming back, because the issue finally happened at the time when we were now changing the offices. When I left Mumbwa, there was a gap. No one succeeded me in time to pick up this issue. Maybe that could have created a very serious gap also during that period. And where they are picking it, it's later when the officer now was signed to supervise and ensure that the works get concluded. So, Chair, the major issue in this, it's the contractor to substantiate that period, because if he did do the work, I'm sure we should have been happy Zambians as we are speaking.
You have spoken very well. That's what I always tell people, that if you do the correct things, we can't be here. The problem is you don't do the right things in your offices. That's why we are here. So the contractor abandoned the work. You wrote to him in May, he never replied. Then the directors indicated that there was now another letter to extend. Did he reply on the extension? He never. So you never extended. You extended, he never came back. Even that extension.
Even that extension.
So you extended without even any response from them or acknowledgement. You just assumed that let's extend, maybe they'll come. Let me ask Kamondo, then yourself later.
There is actually a letter on a notice which was put on the notice board. I don't know whether it was a notice board or it was communicated to Kashmo as well. This notice of meeting, it reads, notice is hereby...
Your mic should be...
Yes, notice is hereby given that there will be a meeting with all contractors working on water supply facilities in Mumbwa and in Angoma constituency. The meeting will be held in the council chamber on Thursday, 8th August 2024 at 8:30. Now, I wanted to find out from Kashmo, did you have sight of this invitation where all the contractors were invited and Kashmo never showed up?
Yes, Kashmo.
Thank you, Chair. You know, sometimes these councils, they are jokers, Chair. So
no, we don't allow. That is
okay,
unparliamentary.
So, okay, I withdraw the statement. I withdraw the statement.
Here, I've told you, we are not here to entertain such things.
Thank you, Chair.
When we are sitting here, we are a serious committee.
Thank you, Chair.
And we invited you courtesy to get from you.
Thank you.
Had we wanted, we were not going to call you.
Thank you, Chair. I
So you should appreciate this thing.
Thank you, Chair.
You are a stakeholder, you are a Zambian, we want to establish why certain things went wrong. So you must ensure that there's decorum here.
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't allow that. Be civil in your presentation.
Thank you, Chair. I withdraw that statement. Chair, we were not communicated to, not even a single letter. We wrote to them. There is a letter, I think one of my accountants, we are supposed just to submit it to you. We wrote to them to say, can you please, let's revise. These 5 boreholes, we are not going to do it. Let's sit down, because when we are given a contract, it's not a punishment. It's both of us to win. We are there to support even the community. So we wrote to them, can you sit us here? Let's revise on this contract. I was communicating to the director there on phone every time. No, there's some change of the council secretary. No, please, can you write us a letter? We never, honestly, Chair, we never received any letter, and we cannot abandon the project. There was a communication. I submit, Chair.
So now the issue is you can't substantiate your communication, you don't have any document. We can't admit that. You are giving a verbal report. As we base ourselves, all our interrogation is based on the reports here. That's why if we are missing anything, we ask them to resubmit whatever they have. So if you have a soft copy as well, show us that letter that you wrote to them. Because you see, these are legal relationships. You need to put it in writing. Those phone calls, you can say you are phoning him was phoning you. We can't substantiate that. We can't take that. So the best is to reduce it in writing. You are an organized company, so we can't admit that. We only admit information that is given to us by way of hard copy or soft copy. So as far as we are concerned, as it was asked, you saw the contract running until August. And one of your directors there indicated that we saw that there was no need to go back because there was an issue of cash flow. How do you comment on that, Kashmo? Because I asked that this contract, as at August, it was not running. Why didn't you go back? Because you had a binding contract, as far as you're concerned. Why didn't you take up the remaining works? let us allow her so that we don't.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to correct the statement that I didn't say there was no need of going back. I said there was a concern on the cash flows. The cash flow became negative in the end because of the, if you look at, it's just that we are dealing with things in piecemeals, but if you look at where this, from the tender period up to when the contractor actually did the works, and when they were paid, and then there was that rainy season. In construction, we always have this inclement weather or force majeure or unforeseen circumstances. That's why there's a provision in the contract for extension of time. So I'm sure even the letters that the council should have written is based on the contract. They found it fit for them to extend. But at the time when they extended, the contractor realized that they were in the negative cash flow. That's why they requested for change of price. I think there's fluctuation of prices when contracts go beyond.
You did request?
Yes, that's what I'm told.
You are told. The council. Do you have any letter from Kashmo requesting for change of price?
My office did not receive any such information.
Yes, can I
I
finish?
think we may not proceed.
Yes.
The council writes letters to Kashmo. Kashmo says we didn't see it. The Kashmo, they write anything, whatever they are doing, the council did not see anything. I think we may not yield the desired objective of this meeting. Your mic should be off.
Oh,
Honorable members, we are running. I think I'm seeing an issue here. If we, the objective of calling these people is to establish what happened. Now, even without Kashmo, without the council, we are able to pick what happened. So, I think I'll be compelled to summarize and close this matter because we're not going anywhere. Dr. Mwanza, then I'll ask the Director of Finance.
Yeah, just to give a report of the IPC. This IPC that is the soft copy that he gave.
Yes.
Is not the correct one. Is not to this amount. Actually, this IPC, the contractor was claiming 487,000 kwacha, but this IPC they paid 463. So, in short, there's something fishy. They did not want, because this is a very important evidence. Very important evidence. As to why you paid 463,000 kwacha. It should have been very easy because all your paperwork, actually for any contractor, all civil works, the contractor initiates payment, a certificate. Then the engineers, they meet to take the measurements together and agree. And the contractor will have a copy and the project manager will have a copy. Here we are today. The contractor says they don't have a copy. They did not see how this amount was even evaluated. Then the project manager is giving a different type of different report, just giving us a cover letter here. And talking about, maybe I ask Kashmo, when you signed a contract on the 22nd December, you know, you've talked about letters of offers and all that. Letters of offer is not a contract. It is just an intention. But on 22nd December 2023, you agreed to the contents of the contract that is even in this addendum. Did you understand that this was a fixed price contract when you were signing the contract on 22nd December? Or you understood that the price adjustment factor? Which of which?
Kashmo.
Thank you, Chair. When we look at this contract, we submitted our bid, that was in January, February, somewhere there. Then when we look at the time they were giving us, that offer, there was almost about 7 months somewhere there. Then we signed in the offer letter came in, it was in September. Then they took it for justice to clear it. Then the actual contract was signed in December. Then you look at the fluctuation of the kwacha, the way it is. So, sorry?
Answer the question. When you forget about the
Your mic
offers,
should be off every
forget
time.
about the offers. We are talking about a contract which you signed and even attached here in. So this contract, does it talk about price adjustment or not?
Can I come in, please?
Yes.
Yes, sorry. I think when we deal with contracts, construction contracts, yes, they could be fixed, but they are...
This particular one.
This particular one, yes, it was fixed, but there are also compensations.
The answer is there. It was a fixed contract.
Your mic
Why?
should be off.
It was a fixed contract because I've checked. It is a fixed contract. And you looked at your prices which you gave by yourselves. You had the choice to go ahead
or not.
Or not. You signed the contract and you understood all the contract clauses and terms. Then later, you write a letter to the council to say
price adjustment.
Price adjustment against the conditions of contract. What was the motive?
Sorry, sir. In contracts.
No. We want to be specific. You see.
I'm responding. Can I finish, please?
This particular one, maybe, do you have the copy?
Yes, I do.
Answer to this. Here, we want you to answer according to the question that you asked. We don't want stories.
These are not stories. These are factuals. Because we have a relationship based on
Please
the
be
contract.
to the point.
Yes. This is a contract, and it has provisions. And this contract has provisions for variations. Even in force majeures or unforeseen circumstances, you can... Yes, yes, price adjustment is in various ways, yes.
You say my rate, for example, the rate for a casing, I need an adjustment.
Your mic should be off.
I need an adjustment of the rate, because that is the letter that you asked the council to do. Not varying the scope of work. You asked the council to revise the price. So first of all, that was
Hello, sorry, Doc. Switch off your mic. We should have order here. You don't just choose to speak. So who told you to switch on the mic before I ordered you? Let's have order. Doc, continue.
Let's go to Appendix 1 in this big booklet. Council in asking Cashmore to go back to work.
Help them with a copy.
This big thing.
Yes.
Yes. The council asking Cashmore to, like, giving a warning that you want to terminate a contract just 19th March 2025. This is a contractor who received, by 31st December, received 75% of the payment in December 2023. The whole of 2024. 1 year, that is 12 months. And then 2025, 19th of March 2025, that is 15 months after he received the substantial payment. So council writes to Cashmore to say project citing drilling and so on and so forth, notice of termination of contract. They just warning to say within 14 days you must respond as to why we should not terminate this contract for you abandoning site.
2025.
Yes, 2025. That is 15 months after he received the substantial payment. When he received that substantial payment, the whole of 15 months, no movement of whatsoever. The response by Cashmore to council is next on Appendix 1.
This one they received and responded.
Yes. We acknowledge receipt of your notice and wish to provide the following reasons. As of the current date, we have successfully drilled and equipped 11 boreholes while 3 boreholes have been drilled but remain unequipped. The delay in the completion of the remaining works is due to issues with a subcontractor we initially engaged for the project. Unfortunately, the subcontractor did not perform to the required standard, which led to a legal dispute. This matter has now been resolved in court, and we have taken the necessary steps to ensure that the project is completed within further delay. Kashmo, you involved a subcontractor to do this work. Did you?
Respond. Doc, your mic should be off.
Yes, Chair, we only involved to do the civil works. That was the subcontractor.
That's the answer we wanted.
Chair, according to rules of contract, Kashmo is the main contractor. So if he wants to subcontract some works, all the obligations of the project belong to the main contractor. Even you have to seek authority from the project manager to give a subcontractor. Was that done or not?
Kashmo?
Chair, it wasn't done because that one was...
No, it's fine.
Okay,
You're
thank you,
responding. You went against the contract terms.
First, you asked the project manager to say we want our prices to be adjusted. Secondly, you just meet somewhere and give the subcontract to say go and finish the works that I'm supposed to finish without informing the contractor. And you use that as a main reason in responding to the project manager to say the subcontractor did not perform, which project manager is not aware.
Is that your letter?
Sorry?
The
Yes,
letter we are
yes,
reading is coming
yes,
from you.
Yes.
Kashmo, is that your letter?
Chair, this letter, when you look at this letter...
Is it your letter?
Is it your letter?
It's our letter.
Oh,
but
thank you.
Let
That's
me
what
just
we want.
say
Okay.
1 minute, allow me. This letter, the letter that we wrote to them, it was... somehow it was edited. I need to prove it. It was edited. The original letter, we indicated to say, they said, you know, can you explain why we should not terminate your contract? We gave the reasons.
And the reasons were that you had subcontracted.
Sorry?
You went to court.
No. You had subcontracted. That's were the reasons. As contained.
Yes, Chair.
You had that was the reason. Is it permissible without informing the contract manager?
Chair, we were in touch with the project manager.
No, according to the terms and conditions, is it permissible? Without informing the contract manager, you are the main contractor to go ahead and subcontract.
Those were just small works, like you just put... sorry, Chair.
Small works on a contract, to you is small works. That's within the contract. Is it permissible?
No, Chair.
Thank you. Again, is it permissible for you on the same contract that you can request for price adjustment when this was a fixed, what do you call it, Doc? Fixed price contract. Is it permissible?
Chair, that is a subject to discuss with our client. That's why there is a contract, like the way I explained. A contract is not like it's a punishment. You need to come together. You agree. You talk to the client. There's these challenges. Then it's up to the client to respond. To say, no, we don't want to go ahead on this one. It's up to the client. But you give the response. That's how it works.
Thank you very much, Kashmo. It has been a good interaction. As a committee, we're able to establish what happened. were able to establish how our officers are failing this country to do the correct job. The IPC that was used to pay the contractor was not the correct one. What appeared is different from what was supposed to be done. And this has been the worry, not for this committee, for the government and for the people of Zambia. Do we have the right officers to help us? The outgoing council secretary said we didn't want to waste time and to sign a contract because we wanted water. We went ahead even with an offer, go and do the work. Is that a correct thing? These are binding, legal binding agreements. And the repercussions or consequences are here to speak for itself. You don't know whether Kashmo was overpaid or not. Now, further to this, before termination, because at this point, it's only now 2025 that you are terminating the contract. The council even went further to apply resources. You went even to the CDF committee to apply for additional resources to add on to finish the works before a legally binding contract could be terminated. All those are weaknesses that the council workers are creating. Do we have the heart for this country? The answer is no. But we have Zambians who are out there who can do better than ourselves. The expectations of the people of Mumbwa, the expectations of the people of Zambia are so high on all of us. The next thing is to transfer now. One, you create problems in Mumbwa, taken to SAMFYA, there, we don't know what will happen. Next, is the director also transferred somewhere? That's the game. So, these are the observations. So this committee is troubled sitting up to this time. And this I tell you, as long as there is no change of culture in the local government, this will continue and getting worse every day. So Kashmo, on this particular issue, would like to thank you. You have something else to say?
Yes, Chair.
Before we release you, we shall be very generous.
When you look at this letter, the one that they wrote, because I didn't have this letter, we were not given this letter. They just backdated. And when you check on the...
Which letter are you talking about? You're opening the story again.
Sorry, no.
I was winding up because you responded to a letter which you didn't see.
No. I'm talking about this letter.
Which one?
The letter which they wrote the council to. This Dr. Mwanza.
The first one?
The first one. Where they are saying 18 May, we wrote to the contractor. They never wrote to us. When you look at their report, the first report, what made us to come here, wanted to clear our name. In the first report, Doc, you asked the chair, I was watching the video, you asked the director, these boreholes, did Kashmo equip these boreholes? The answer was no. But today, they have changed the statement. That's what made me to say, I want to appear here, I clear my name. In the first place, there is that letter. They said, no, with Kashmo, he only drilled 14. They didn't mention these 9 hand pumps that we equipped. Are we being fair to a contractor?
In a report, they were mentioned.
No, Chair. This one they have just made, they have just in the first report. You ask, I was quoting, Chair, did Kashmo drill boreholes? Director of Works, can you answer? I was listening, very careful. He said he only drilled. The rest, that's the amount which remained. Those are the ones that we used. I remember very well, Chair. Today, the same director and the council, they changed to say Kashmo, he equipped 9 and he remaining 5. Have you seen? There is a misunderstanding there, Chair. Very serious. And when we look the way we lost our business, we lost a million of kwacha. Because the name, our friends there in Taiwan, they were watching. That's why I emphasize, say, no, we need to go there and clear our name. We are supporting the government of the day. And when you look where we were drilling in Mumbwa, we drilled, instead of drilling 14, we even compensated the community, we drilled 15 as a contractor. And wherever we are working, we have done good job. Go there in Mulobezi, you will find Mulobezi, we have done a commercial bore, very perfect. Go there in Mwandi, we have done. We are good in terms of drilling. We were just doing well.
We thank you for that.
In
but,
summer, Chair. I just want to just give me a little bit.
Yeah, because
Yes,
of time.
Yes,
I appreciate. I know you have done good works elsewhere. I want to thank you for that.
Yes,
but when we were interrogating this story, we asked you from February up to August, what happened? Where were you? You could have told us that. So as we are basing on the report, and our director there was very good to explain, to say they had cash flow problems. That is against the contract. The contract has a time limit. So you should have stated to the council in writing, we are unable to take possession of site because of your absence during that time, Kashmo. You are quiet. What does it say? So we appreciate the other works you are doing, and doing good in other areas doesn't guarantee you that even on this one you are good. On this one you failed. You did do your part. So we appreciate the good works you have done.
Thank you, Chair.
But on this one, in terms of following the contract, you started writing to them for price adjustments, and you see, if this letter, that's why I'm trying to reprimand the council. You see, what we are doing here, you are a reputable company, doing a lot for this country. We need you.
Thank you, Chair.
But we need you to do the correct things. Now, even the council, assuming you did very well on these boreholes, the people of Momba could have benefited. Why now go to the council, to the CDF, and apply for more money to apply on the same boreholes which was supposed to have been done? The delay in completion of this contract is a cost. Government has been saying the people want water, and water is life. We give them water. It's not done on time. So we appreciate these councils. Their failure is at the time that they are audited. Here they manufacture stories here. He was even fidgeting, moving one, coming to give us an IPC, which is a wrong one. You can tell. It is different from the figures they paid. So even yourselves, when you are doing an IPC, yourselves as a contractor, you say, these are the works we are claiming. Can we be paid on this? Then you sit down with the other party. The other party will say, okay, let's go and do measurements. What you have done so far is ABCD, is costing like this. You agree. You sign, he signs. You have a copy. You don't show us even a soft copy. You don't even have this copy that the council have. You don't have it. So now, that is a misnomer. The procedure is both of you. So also that brings suspicion. What was the basis of your claim? The basis of your claim was you were supposed to have a copy of what you were claiming for. The work's done. So all these are weaknesses we are observing. So it's not a cho-chise where this one says, no, these are saying this. No, we wanted to establish the truth. So you as Kashmo, you have a challenge on this particular project. The council also, as usual, and it's business as usual. As you see, even tomorrow they'll be transferred. Another council, just like this. And I've been telling councils, even now, that Monday, I've known him for some time. You follow these council workers in Zambia. Even the people of Zambia to follow. You follow a town clerk or a council secretary. From this council, nothing works. Move him to another council, nothing works. To another council, that's how they are. Move a good officer from this council. We had the council secretary now who is in Mirengi. When he was in Chongwe as the deputy director, the story speaks for him. When he went to Mangango as the director of finance, the story speaks for him. Now he is in Mwense as the council secretary. No one can beat that. So we are aware, but the government has entrusted these officers. They don't understand why they are there. They have no heart for their country. It's normal. So we are trying to correct things as a committee. So Kashimo, we thank you for that. The way forward is no. The way I've already established. I'm concluding on this particular what. I'm not going to say who is wrong. Our role is to establish what went wrong and make a recommendation. For Kashimo, is that this contract, the legal issues we are going to deal with them, they have terminated. Actually, they went ahead, these people, to apply money on a contract that was running. And they have concluded the works. That's what we are told, isn't it? Yes. The works are done now.
They are done, yeah.
Yes. They used the force account, which they love because it's them to carry the money. So they did these works and they finished on this project. So the issues that are coming later, for this particular issue or query, I want to ask Kashimo to give us a chance to proceed with other issues because we are yet to ask 2 or 3 queries on them. For you, this is not the committee to tell you you are right or no. You made a mistake and you failed on your part on this contract. And we are very disappointed. We can't hide. You are supposed to have done the correct job. Okay, I will permit you, ladies.
Yes, sir. Just the reporting aspect, that the correct things must be reported even in the absence of completed works. I think there's a beneficial occupation to the community despite of what happened. The 9 boreholes were fully equipped and they've been running, and the 5 boreholes are the ones that we are in contention. So we would like that they correct the situation, not where they're saying 6 or they didn't drill. I think that is the bone of contention on our side. Other than other issues of importance, yes.
I think we shall correct that record for us for our reporting.
Yes, thank you.
For our reporting, we shall correct that record.
Thank
As
you.
for the people who benefited, they know, they are listening and watching.
Thank you.
They know that this was good or not good. For us, we have established the weaknesses in the accountability of these resources and the contracts. So that is what we wanted to say. As we allow you to leave, Kashimo, we want to lift the suspension, the immunity that was conferred on you as we are interacting.
Thank you very much, Chair. I just want to appreciate you for inviting us to this committee. Honorable Kamondo, we love you so much. You are my member of parliament. I know we are coming from, I'm coming from Kabombo.
No, we are not
Thank
dealing
you so
with
much.
issues of Kabombo.
No. I'm just want to, because I'm happy to see him as my honorable member of parliament next to Kabombo.
He's a great man.
Thank you. Honorable, keep it up. Dr. Mwanza, keep it up as a doctor.
We have our powerful director of engineering here.
And then I like the way the way you chair. We are happy, honorable. When we are watching you there, we feel like, oh, now my honorable is chairing. I will even switch on my TV to say, I want to listen up to 22 hours. I want to see. Yes.
No,
Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you. No, we are, in fact, Chair, I want also to mention we are a flexible company. We want to, like civil servants, we are giving them flexible terms of payment, where you pay us 10p, then we drill a bore, whether it's 100, you pay us bit by bit. We have done
You are
that
very
one.
smart. You are using this platform to market your company.
We have done that one in Ask RDA guys in Choma. We gave them, they were paying some 2p to help. So we need the support from you. It's not easy for a Zambian to have drilling rigs. It's not very easy.
we are doing it.
That's why you subcontracted.
No.
We thank you for that, and the
Thank you.
immunity is withdrawn.
Thank you, Chair.
We are happy for your time.
Thank you.
As a company, you have regard for this institution.
Thank you, Chair.
This is how it's supposed to be. Secretary?
Are we allowed?
Thank you.
They don't apply to us. Some of the things.
They have personal letters. They are personal letters that are contained.
So we should leave them.
We leave them?
They will share the secretary will share with you.
Okay.
That information that you need.
Pertaining to your site. Okay. Thank you, Doc.
We back to business. Quickly, I will allow 3 questions or queries. Honorable Member for Durumezi.
I have no questions.
Honorable Mwanza. I have 1 question on page 5. I'm using the main document. I will ask this question by way of, I think, summarizing, since my members do not have. We have noted on page 5 on the skills bursaries. During the period under review, 158 students were sponsored to be trained in various courses at the Vavika Training Academy, amounting to 1.1 million, 1,193,000 were paid. However, 21st August 2023, the Constituency Development Fund resolved to withdraw 32. You know the story about Vavika and the training course. Now the question is to the planners. Who is the planner? The planner.
I'm here, Chair. Thank you.
How did you send students to a college whose physical environment you did not inspect?
Thank you, Chair, for that. We based the selection was based on the fact that this institution was registered under TVET. Before that, an inspection was, or rather, an inspection of the institution was not done.
Was not done?
No.
Why?
We relied on that list from Tebeta.
So, you know what this caused? It caused an inconvenience, and a lot of things happened there. In short, Mumbwa Council, I don't know what to say. You have to put your house in order. Especially in the management of CDF, both for Nangoma and Mumbwa Central. The role of a member of parliament ends at making recommendations for the projects that they select. Thereafter, it is you officers. This report does not make good reading. Can you work closely with your members of parliament to ensure that what is approved is delivered. I'm very disappointed with Mr. Banda, the auditor. I think we can do better. The audit section is the most critical in ensuring that these resources are utilized accordingly. We call them the gatekeepers. Today we had one council where the auditor refused. And the council went ahead and paid huge sums of money. You are better off as an auditor to say, I cannot go ahead with this because I've not seen the certified works which you want me to approve. But here we are. And the pain that we have is people just getting transferred from one council to another. This, we could have taken time to look at this. Your report is bad. Mr. Kachenjera, go to SAMFYA and do the correct thing. Mr. Machai, can you put the house in order in Mumbwa? Do it for Zambia. Don't do it for government. The government is just favoring us to say this is the policy we want this country to develop. You should be applying yourself to see, I'm doing this for Mother Zambia. But you don't have the heart. You are undermining the government. The expectations are too high. But this committee, if the business was that we should come here, we are going now to start establishing how much you spend to come here. We want to put a stop. And as we are saying, this diary, I always say that, and I'm not joking, you see it when the commission comes. As on behalf of this committee, we want to remain on record. If you, Mr. Machai, you are not a performer, whether you have a good face or whatever we shall say, on account of his performance on CDF and other operations, Mr. Machai is not a good person. I'm just giving you as an example. Don't trust your subordinates. Check through the works they bring to you. Mr. Kachenjera, you get me, you are director of finance. Don't allow those things. You should check through the IPCs. With that said, I would like to withdraw the immunity that was earlier conferred on you. As you go back, go and do the correct thing. And I was speaking to all of you. Each one of you who are here, you have a role. And those who are still remaining in Mumbwa, let's have change. We thank you for your appearance. You travel back safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, thank you so much. We've come to the end of today's business regarding the Committee on Local Government Accounts, which has been receiving submissions from various local authorities, and the committee is considering the report of the Auditor General on the Constituency Development Fund for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. And of course, main thanks go to everyone who was in the control room, George Piri, Vanji Gove, David Mlenga, and of course, not forgetting my two sign language interpreters, Chola Kaomanda and Jason Manda. My name is Muyunda Akatamajo. Have a lovely weekend ahead of you. Good evening.